So here's my neighbor's pond project. Got it all cleared. Did that this week and got it all piled up and burned. So you can tell it's pretty wet in here. But I'm gonna start digging the pond today. I'm gonna throw a little topsoil up here in his yard and bring all these ashes and junk that didn't burn, bale it down here into this pond right here. We got it pumped out this morning, or last night this morning. Bury all that crap in there and put the rest of this dirt and fill all this in. Get rid of that little swamp hole and then create a nice pond over here. So I'm gonna get the excavator started up, fueled up, and go ahead and start cutting some dirt. And here is end of day one of pond digging. It's kind of hard to tell, but one around here where the dam's going to go. Dam's pretty much ground level. I mean, water level is pretty much ground level. It's just pretty much a hole. I'm going to do like a 2-foot dam all the way around just so you can drive around it. So what I did, I went in here and scraped all the muddy topsoil out and piled it up on the back edge, as you can tell back there. That way when I cut this good clay, I'll stack it in front of it and kind of pack it in. I started making a cut right here on this closest edge right here, down to depth. That's probably about 4 or 5 foot deep. And I've been baling all the dirt back over here. And I've just about got, I've probably got another, I don't know, I'll probably have to throw up another 75-80 yards of dirt to finish filling in this pond here, whole little water hole. I think it's going to be too wet for me to get out here on, but I'll bale it out here and rake it out the best I can, just let it dry some. So, ought to really look like a pond tomorrow. We get a good day in, another day 2 on it tomorrow. Should really come together then. Now it's a little after lunch on Sunday, about 1 o'clock. I went and made another cut this morning, baled all this dirt back here and made another one. I'm ready to start working on the dam now. The dam's gonna tie in right here where the machine is and come around and make a big loop. Well, not really a loop, I guess you'd say a hook. Be kind of like a J. Kind of come in here and then all around, all the way back up there towards that building, about over where the grass is. So, but I did that and I got all this dirt baled back here. God, it took forever. But I got this old pond filled in. It don't look the best in the world, but it's filled in, and I'll let it sit here for a month or so, and run over here with a tractor and box blade it out and make it look all nice and pretty. It's just a little pumpy. You can probably see it a little better over here. But like I say, once you get this material up out of the ground, it's just so flat in here, the water has nowhere to go. But once you get it up out of the ground 2 or 3 foot like this, it'll dry and it'll turn hard as concrete. So, alright, so I'm gonna work on this dam and start moving a whole lot more dirt. So I made pretty good progress here today, about 6:30 Sunday. Got all this dug today. I gotta finish the dam out through here. I've just been piling all the topsoil up back there to get it out of the way. Finished cut that section out pretty much about right in there. Cut that out, maybe a little bit farther, and kind of finished grading this out to save some stumps to put in the bottom there. And I already put the pipe in. I just put, it was just a 12-inch double wall piece of plastic pipe. I couldn't really do a stand pipe, as you can tell it comes out at ground level, so it's pretty much just a water hole. And I built a berm around it just so you can walk around it and drive, and mainly to get rid of all this freaking dirt I got. But there it is. It's probably about 6 foot deep right here, so just needs to dry out some so I can get the tractor on here and grade it out. It's still pretty spongy. So I got my neighbor's pond most of the way finished up. It's about 95% done. So you got to do a little more grading, but it's kind of wet. The tractor kind of pumps the ground a little bit. There's so much moisture in it. But that was that old pond. Got that filled in. I just got to run over it and grade it out whenever it dries. Been trying to get this done before it rains again. This is about the driest spell we've had all year long. I just kind of drug across the dam a little bit with the tractor, but it was starting to pump pretty bad, so I quit. Got a little bit of water trying to leach in. That's where the water will come. There's a driveway culvert pipe there, and it springs up there, and it runs down through here. Just a lot of groundwater. I mean, it's going to take quite a while. There's no creek that flows into here, so pretty much all runoff. I put the 3 stumps in the ground. But like I said, I'll probably run over this again tomorrow. Just to kind of, it's supposed to rain Thursday night or Friday. Today's Tuesday. But I'll run over it. See if I can't slick it up a little bit where it won't hold water. But this will be some nasty stuff when it gets wet. The pond ranges between about 4 to 6.5 foot deep right here at the dam corner where the pipe goes through. Bottom of that pipe will be the water level, and it just kind of runs out into the woods over here and goes about like it's always done. A little wet spot here, but I was able to get in there with the tractor and drag around just a little bit. A lot of dirt. I don't think it turned out too terribly bad for that excavator with 9,700 hours on it. That's real wet. There ain't no getting on that. But tomorrow we're going to drive a 4-post in the ground. Do a little dock coming off the bank right there. A little 8x10 or 8x12 or something. And I got the topsoil spread out up there. Slicked that up to the excavator. It's just got to dry. That was some real wet dirt. Kind of left a little channel here for any runoff to come in. Also, all this dirt right here, I kind of sloped it towards the pond. That way, once it gets graded out, any runoff from it will help run into the pond and keep it full. But there it is. I think it took, from the start of clearing, 33 hours with the excavator. So that ain't too terribly bad.